try and get my camera angle here a little bit better. There we go. Oh, hang on. Do this before everybody jumps on. All right, so tonight we're going to be doing a Halloween painting. So it should be fun. I'm going to have a scarecrow. We're going to have like a fence. So hopefully this one will be much quicker than last week's. And I apologize, I didn't go live last night. Usually it's on Mondays I go live, but I got busy doing housework and getting ready. I rearranged my living room because I'm getting ready to put my Halloween tree up. So yeah, that should be fun. So I do have a video up for tomorrow night already. It's a short one. It's not resin, but it's kind of cute, I think. Okay, so what I did this time is I actually gave my canvas another coat of white gesso just to help the paint, because lately my paints haven't been wanting to stick the way they should. So I coated it again, and so there's going to be a lot of purple and black in this. It's mainly purple and black is going to be the colors of this painting. So let me go ahead. We're going to start. I'm going to take, so I have some lamp black, dioxazine purple. This is light blue violet and some titanium white. So I got black on my brush, and I'm going to pick up some purple with it because I want my outer corners to be much darker. So we're going to start getting some of this on. And I'm also going to use a mop brush once I start getting the color that I want. And I'm going to blend them out that way. All right, let me just get my top here so I don't forget. All right. So if you're just jumping in, welcome. Say hey, I don't bite. I know I'm usually live on Mondays, but you know, life gets in the way sometimes and you gotta pivot, right? So, and that's one of the reasons why I put some white on my my palette, because I had a feeling I'd get my corners a little too dark, but we can brighten them up a little bit. So I'm going to grab just a little bit of white, and we're just going to because I want it to be kind of like a moody atmosphere on the sides is kind of what I'm going for. Hey, Charmin, welcome. All right, I'm going to pick up some of that blue violet and mix that in and see what we get. And then once I get enough white mixed in, then I'm going to take my mop brush, which is dry, and we're going to just kind of lightly dust over this. just lightly. And then I'm going to wipe that on my paper towel. And now I'm going to start picking up purple and white. Because now I want to start going much lighter in this center area. Now I'm just grabbing just white. And I know it looks like a mess right now, guys, but you got to trust the process. Sometimes you got to get that difference in that sky so that you can start getting that creepy eeriness. And I want to make sure that all my canvas, that I don't have any canvas showing. I'm going to take my mop brush and just kind of blend that. Just kind of blend that out. Okay. Wipe that. Well, I'm going to actually wet that one. And I have a couple of those with me, so. And now I'm just picking up white because my brush is still got a lot of purple in it. So, and I want this center area to be the lightest. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this area in that I want the lightest. So what's everybody's weather been? We went from like midsummer heat wave to 60s today. I got up this morning and I actually put a sweatshirt on, guys. It was that chilly. I'm like, what in the crap is going on? I mean, it's nice. I can have my windows open, but dang, you know, it'd be nice to have a little bit of in between. And this is just kind of getting like those brush lines out of there. But you got to do this while it's still somewhat wet. All right, so I'm just going to start picking up a little bit more of the purple. And I'm going to actually pick up some of that blue violet. Just to kind of give a little something more here. Lots of rain and storms there. Ugh. We need rain. I mean, we had rain, oh gosh, what was it? One day at the end of last week, and it flooded in my basement. And I never have had flooding. So it was, yeah, that's how hard it rained. But it poured for like that half hour and then it stopped. So it was crazy. All right, I gotta missed my sides over here. Yeah, it's been crazy. You don't know how to dress because you could leave the house and, you know, it's summer, and then the next thing you know, it's the sun goes in and you're freezing. So this is like going to be the longest part, is trying to get this blended the way I want it. So I need some more white. And take this, I'm going to brush this. And then down here is going to be pretty much dark. So I do have some orange because we're going to put the head of our scarecrow is going to be a pumpkin. So all right. So that's kind of giving me that eerie kind of spooky background. All right, so let me wash this brush off. And then I'm just going to get the bottom kind of put in just so I know where I'm at. So we're just gonna get this bottom part painted in black. And it doesn't have to be a perfect line because we're gonna have some other stuff going on, but I just want to get that first initial ground cover in. Okay. And then that's going to give us our, kind of like our land coverage. All right, so now what I've got to do is, let me find a smaller round brush. I got 2 buckets of brushes here that I'm kind of going through because I never know which brush I want until I start painting. So, yeah, I'm kind of weird that way. I am. All right, I'm going to have to put a little bit more purple on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some purple, some black, and some white just to give a different color than what is already in the canvas there. So kind of like a gray, purpley. All right, I think that will work. Now, let's see. I saw a picture that I'm going by, but I used that for my inspiration, but I'm not doing the same picture. Let me see here. And then, let's see. All right, so that. It's kind of giving us our, like our entrance to whatever's back in the willy wax back there. And I think I need one more over here. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it was 6, but the different angles here. Okay. Let's see. That's kind of going in. So I'm just letting that get dry a little bit. And then let's and these are like, you know, rickety posts. They don't have to be perfect. So I had that one kind of turning. This one I'm going to kind of bring, just continue bringing this forward. right there. And okay. And there's going to be like grass and stuff down up on the bottom here. And I'll probably go over those again with just black over here and then have it get lighter as it goes in. All right, let me, we're going to make, all right, that's going to be the start of our like scarecrow-y thing. Let's see. Put his neck in the middle. And some sort of hand or something there. All right. I know you guys can't see it much, but let's see. I'm gonna it's almost like a ghost scarecrow type thing. All right. Oh, just stuck my other brush in my paint. Welcome, guys. If you're just hopping in. Hey, Terry. Hey, John. Hello, Katie. I am doing a Halloween kind of trying to anyways. Terry, I got those gloves in the mail today. Thank you so much. I am going to try them tonight. I'm going to put the moisturizer on my hands. I'm going to put those gloves and I'm going to like watch a show and leave them on for like a couple hours. So I'm hoping they work. All right, so I need some orange now. Nope, we're gonna do the pumpkin black too, and then I will because I basically want just the eyes to be the orange. All right. All right, so now I got to get him something. Some sort of hand. It's not a scarecrow hand. I don't know what kind of hand it is, but it's a hand. And that one's kind of got a hook on it. A witchy finger, something. Because I'm going to put a bird somewhere in here too. Okay. So, let me see. I need something going this way in the back. Let's see. Let's put a tree right in here somewhere. So I'm going to use my big brush because I want this tree to be a good size one. So I'm just using the very, very tip of this brush. And then on this side, we'll lighten this up a little bit. Okay. And let's see, what are we gonna do over here? And this one we can have just some branches, kind of. And let's see. All right. So maybe one of those. We're going to put just a few little branches. Well, not branches, like a few little bits of leaves. All right. Not on all the branches, but just so there's like still a few little leaves up there. I'm gonna actually pick up a little bit of purple in with the black just to give it a little bit of something. Just so there's like something in the background behind these, maybe. I'll take a different brush. And this one is too big. Just need something that's going to give me a little bit more of a fray. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm liking that. Just giving a little bit more moodiness here in this back corner. I like the shape of the size of these ones a little bit better. Because this is a bigger tree. So I needed a little something. Okay. Now let's try and get some orange. Get our little, and actually, let me grab, these are the Neon Colors by Holbein, and these colors are very, very bright. So I don't use them a lot, but I think with this painting, I think it's going to be exactly what I need. So I'll show you the difference. So this is the regular orange, this is the fluorescent, and this is the luminous yellow. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of the the regular orange and the neon. And I just stuck my hand in my black paint. All right, so let's give him some And this is just the first layer. Let's see. How do I want the mouth to go? I'll have to put some teeth in after. All right. So now I'm going to go in with some of that neon just straight. And I don't have to make his eyes, it's a little too much paint, you know, perfect shape, because he's a creepy critter here. I want that neon to give that like a glow, because I'm going to go in with some yellow. So I just want to have like the outside of it with that neon. All right. Now I'm going to take some of that yellow and some white. And we're going to start getting something glowing from his eyeballs. And the same thing in the middle of the mouth. And I'm going to put some creepy teeth or something in here after. All right. I'm going to dry that. Check, see if I missed any comments. I'm going to try and put a bat in there, John. Definitely. All right. Now I'm going in with just the straight neon. So I want to try to get the glow set so then I can start like giving him some glow on his clothing. So I'm going to go in with the neon orange and a little bit of white. And we're going to go on the outside of the yellow now. Just want to get that a little bit. All right, I'm going to go in with just the straight around this orange because I don't like that light color. Yeah, that's better. I want it to look more like it's kind of glowing. I always suck at doing like pumpkin mouths. All right, let me just go in with a little bit more. A little bit more of that yellow in there. I had 3 different paintings that I wanted to do, and I couldn't figure out which one I wanted, so I went with this one. Okay. And let's see. Like I said, he's gonna be a one-of-a-kind dude for sure. I don't know, guys. All right, so now we've got to start giving him some you know, something coming out of his, if he's a scarecrow, he's got to have something, hay or something, right, coming out. All right. Let's see. We're gonna give him a hat. We might as well, right? We might as well. So let's. Yeah. Okay. And let me take some purple, some black, and we're just gonna kind of want to get like a little bit of, I don't know, smoke, fog, whatever. Okay. I always like the smoke coming out from underneath them. A little bit darker in the front here. Okay. And let's get this hat defined here. So we're going to have a rim. All right, now, gotta start getting like a little bit of glow from the eyes hitting the sides of his let's go back in. Some black. And we are gonna fix this fence post here. I'm not liking. Okay. There. And then once I highlight the inside of the fence, I think that's going to look better. All right, so I'm going to leave those other light ones behind there because it's just going to add to it, I think. That one light one back there ain't gonna hurt. So when you're doing your fence, you want to start small, and as they get closer, they get longer and wider. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna highlight the inside. Okay. So a little bit more light on this side. And I'm gonna just take some, we're just gonna set those down. All right, got a little something going on there. I wanted to keep this quick, but let's see here. Yeah, just give them a little something, something. All right, I do want to put a bird, and I told John I'd put a bat. I got to draw my bat, though, because I suck at drawing bats. Let me see. All right, I think that'll work. All right. Tell me if it looks like a bat or not. Oh well, he's a funny bat. Thank you, Sylvie. I did not see you were live until now. Thank you so much. Yes, I do sell them. I put them on my website. All right, so now, oh no, we're gonna give him orange eyes or yellow. Let's do this neon yellow, and we'll just give him two little. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. It just gives some little creepy eyes. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna do, all right, let's do a bird right here. So birds are fairly easy. It's basically an egg shape with another egg shape. And then you give him some feathers. And then I'm going to get a different brush for the beak, because this one is frayed. I need something little, like little. And we'll give him a little white eye. And he does need a little bit of a glow from our creepy crawler up here. Okay. And let's do, I'm gonna do just a little something over here. because I want to give the illusion that his eyes are like really casting a glow. Oh, well, I guess I gotta fix that. Okay. And just to give to the spookiness, let's all right, so now, so the reason that I put some of the greenery into the tree is because I wanted to make it look like there was like eyes poking out of the tree. Just so there's something creepy in there. All right, we did those ones with the yellow. We're going to do the orange over here. Just 2 little dots. I'm just picking like dark spots. Alrighty, guys. Let's hang on. I want to do a little something more on this tree here, just to yeah, I think we definitely needed something to show this little that there was a tree here. So, but it's kind of, you know, it's further away, so you don't need as much detail, but I did want it to kind of show up. All right, let me put a signature on this bad boy. And I'm going to use the neon orange. Yeah. So let me bring it up close for you guys. hang on, I just... All right, I had a little dark spot and I wasn't liking it. Yeah. Just gives a little something more coming in. All right. Let me bring this up close so you guys can see. I don't know if you can see the little eyes or not. I'm going to do the two yellow one. I'm going to do them in the orange because the orange is definitely showing up better. Yeah. All righty. So that is our little creepy Halloween painting. Let me just check to see any comments. Suppose your paintings because they are amazing. Oh, thank you, Sylvie. Oh. All righty. So that does it for this week. So hopefully next week it will be Monday night, 8 o'clock. I'll be live. So if you'd like another Halloween one, put it in the comments. If not, I can do whatever. So I'm thinking about now that I've got the new curing machine, if I can get a few videos ahead, I might continue with my other painting channel so that it's just painting, so that, you know, if that's what you're into, then, you know, you'll be over there or whatever. But so I'm trying to get it so that you know, I'm not stressed out. Halloween again, okay. I know last week somebody had said Halloween too, so that's why I was like, oh, right up my alley. Halloween and Christmas, those are my two faves. So so I will get this listed on my website. Once it's all completely dried, what I do is I name it. So if you guys can think of a cool name. All right, Sylvie. If you could think of a cool name to name this painting, put it in the comments. And who knows, one of your comments, you know, one of your names might get picked to name this painting. So I always try to name my paintings, give them a name. And as I'm sitting here, I'm wanting that to be a little bit brighter in there. There. it needed a little bit more something in the bright areas. Okay. Now, I had thought about putting a lantern in here, but the way I positioned it, I screwed that up. So maybe the next one we'll do a lantern with some spooky stuff. So yeah, so if you can think of a name, put it in the comments. I always go back through and look at the comments. So yeah, who knows? Alrighty, guys, have a fantastic day. Bye.